Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Oh my gosh, wellness. It is Wednesday. So much can happen, as we're trying to get to go live here. Shay got pooped on. My dogs escaped. And we're running around going, oh no, how are we going to do this? But you know what? It's all a part of how you approach things as to how it comes out. So stay tuned. There's no telling what else might transpire in these next 15 minutes as we talk with you guys. I interviewed Shay here about a month ago, and I just wanted to update you guys. I told you I would come back with her. And so I'm bringing Shay back to update you on the amazing things that have happened just in the last month. As she continues, as Thrivers, we kind of discover that one choice leads to another breakthrough, leads to another thing that continues to improve our lives. And little did we realize that when we started thriving and just changed our vitamins, that we were going to unlock this whole new part of us, that we were going to be more bold with where we went and what we said. And so, Shay, so much has happened. So update everybody. You have had some amazing things happen just in the last month since we talked last.
Yes. And hey, Beth, thanks for the invite. Those three little simple steps in the morning have been such a game changer to me. And, when you asked me about this, I really thought about something that had changed that was the most important to me. And for one, the company and the relationship between that I have with some of these people and some of them that I haven't even met is just
Mhm.
beautiful. I've never met so many just like-minded, goal-oriented, positive people that have helped inspire me just gracefully. It's been beautiful. But the most important to me, and as far as myself, is in the morning that the perspective change of being easily able to get up and it being like with ease and you wanting to get up and being able to pour into yourself has blossomed my relationship with Jesus, which also makes your relationship with everybody else blossom. Just the inspiration in the morning and readings and getting to do, it's a confidence
Mhm.
that's not even describable.
It's different. How often? I mean, I know pre-Thrive, right? Before I had these amazing vitamins, I would wake up and be so grumpy. And if you're watching and tuning in, tell us whether you wake up in a fabulous mood or whether you wake up and it takes you a while just to kind of get going. And then all of a sudden you're going, man, it's an hour into the day and I haven't even spent time with God. I haven't prayed. I haven't had my devotions. And all of a sudden now we get this all done and we get our mind focused very first thing in the morning. It does make an amazing difference.
It has built
And
so many of my relationships. Just, like I said, that newfound confidence and add knowledge to yourself and your growth. I had no idea how much your gut health played into your focus and how well you were present just in everyday situations.
mhm. Yeah, just that mental clarity is amazing, right? It's kind of like it's so for me, I get up and I take my dogs out after I have my capsules. And so before I even get back, it's like, woo, the lights are going, they're on. Hello, world, let's go. And so that has opened up whole new avenue of opportunity for you because you're presenting yourself differently. And you share if share with people what's happened? I mean, where you started pre-Thrive and where you are now, because it's amazing the opportunities because you just come across so differently.
It has been an awesome journey. I have been through a lot in my life and even in the past year. And like I said, the support from people has been one thing. Even my current job that I have as a thriver, and that's how we connected. And so it's been just amazing. The level of mainly just being present and here and everything has changed so much in my life and brought I would have never thought about the opportunities, connections, and relationships that it would bring to the table.
Yeah. So, what are you doing? Did you step into a new position?
I did actually. I took a new position, and you're gonna have to update me on that in a little later time. I just jumped into this position, and so
Mhm.
I'm uber excited. It also plays into health and wellness, and so I'm gonna leave that for a bit of a surprise. But it is
That's
health and
amazing.
wellness, so
Yes.
I'm excited. It's
Well,
like it
yeah.
all just combines, like you're just trifecta, like it just it's
Yeah. Who
beautiful.
would have thought that you would have ended up in working in the wellness industry, right? I
The
mean,
people
and
that
then it
know
would have
my
taken you.
past and my story would be like, they were already blown away when I had such a passion for vitamins. That's something they're like, what's this to do with you and vitamins? And I'm like, if you knew how they made you feel, like it's a love. I mean, I can
So
even get pooped on and keep on going, right?
I know you got pooped on. I mean, it's hilarious. I'm like, we have to
It's like,
roll. I mean, I mean, who could laugh at that and just keep going, right? Before that, it probably would have thrown. I know it would have thrown me off really often. I would have like been all upset and for a while. So you're wearing a hat that has 60-day E60 challenge on it, which is absolutely amazing. And there we all approach it a little bit differently, but mostly the same because it involves some elements. Tell us what you're doing.
as far as my hat, this has a really cool story. I got it at Thrive Palooza, which was amazing. I won a
Uh-huh.
VIP ticket to Thrive Palooza, and it was amazing. But as far as this E60 challenge, and I'm a little indifferent on your question. Like, you mean what is the challenge, or how do
Yeah,
I apply it to my life?
what is it, and how are you using it?
Well, I've been here for a year because I will never stop. But 60 days, 3 steps, basically getting into those new habits and forming, like I said, to me, that gut health is where it's at on mindset. But trying this out, give yourself 60 days. To me, I was skeptical at first too. But, and I get it's a 60-day challenge, but it doesn't take that long. I knew day one that I was just like, wow. But it's implying these 3 steps for 60 days, and you will see the change for sure.
It takes 30 days, we really begin to see big changes, and 60 days it takes for our gut biome to totally reset. But along with those things that we have like a community like that's going to push you forward and support you. And we want you to try to build in some movement in that, whether that movement's like, walking from your front door to your mailbox. You start where you can. That's literally where I started. Whether you're participating in some very formal exercise program or whether you're doing a home program, whatever it is that your body is doing, that you would commit to moving your body several times during the week for like 20 minutes. And so those things, and then choosing and consciously thinking about what you're putting in your body, which then becomes easier, right, Shay?
That
Because
blew my mind. Like the way that it changed my eating habits, like it's been just transforming over the past year to me. But the way that it made me more conscious of my eating habits was just mind blowing, to say the least.
so
The healthier
if you're
things that
joining
I
us,
care to eat.
yeah, those of you that are watching, tell us what your hardest thing to stay out of the kitchen is. And Shay, tell us what things you're able to like say no to or most of the time.
The most surprising part of this to me and other people that share this journey is, for one, I was drinking like a pot of coffee before lunch, and that was kind
Mhm.
of to get going. But compared to this, I never really got going, but I was always chasing coffee. But the amount that people spend on junk food, coffee, fast food, the more I've learned in this past year, like I knew to me how much I
Mhm.
spent, which was way more than what I spend on Thrive, which now I don't spend anything, and that's beautiful getting it for free. But most people spend twice easily in a month. And that's the top thing I hear is like it's expensive. And I mean, to me, health is wealth. But
I just had a
knowing that
thought. I used to stop on the way to school, teaching at McDonald's or Burger King at least 3 times a week. because I was running late. And typically you wouldn't get out of there with under $8, right? So you multiply that out, right? And then, boy, by the time the end of the month is hit, and if you add that Diet Coke in there that I notoriously would get, I was hitting $10 each time, right? Easy. And you multiply that out. Oh my gosh, I'm saving all that money. Plus, now I'm getting my vitamins for free. And whether if you guys have been around, you know that as a customer, you can get your vitamins for free. So just by bringing along a friend, it's fun. It's more fun to do it with friends. And so what? So the coffee you threw away, the fast food. What
And
else?
those late night, like raiding the cabinets, I was
Yeah.
really guilty about that. Just like, the 2 a.m.s, like, and I just didn't understand a lot about filling your nutritional gaps and how much better
Hmm.
it, for one, I don't even wake up at 2 a.m., much less to eat. I sleep so much different. um I said all this scientific stuff was totally new to me. I didn't think that trying a product to help me with energy would help me sleep, and it took me a long time to correlate that.
Yeah.
But most of my friends who have joined along with me spent at least twice as much in a month on junk food, like I said, those 2 a.m. snacks and coffee.
Yeah. So a couple other questions. So you Thrive for free. You decided it was kind of a no-brainer. Who can start a business? If we go out and start a brick and mortar business, it's going to cost us it's just maybe just starting at the baseline, 10 grand, and then all the other stuff that goes along with it. But when you decide that you want to share wellness, because once you get this in you, you can't keep it a secret. It makes you feel
People
amazing.
noticed it in me, like people that before I say anything, especially friends and family and people that work close to me, were just like, what has come over you? Like, not
Right?
only just in my energy, but eventually in my skin, my hair, in so many ways. They were just like, you glow. Are you aging backwards?
Yeah. So what made you decide to go ahead and, and to really start, when people started asking you these things, you started sharing, because it's kind of like going and, hey, so and so that grocery store has that coffee on sale, or that whatever, that hamburger meat's on sale this week, whatever it is, right? So we share, or our favorite clothes, our favorite shoes, wherever we are. And so now we're sharing our vitamins, but we're actually getting paid to do it.
It's a beautiful thing. It only took me about a month in before I realized that, for one, I just had a passion. The way it made me feel made me passionate. Like I said, I've never woke up and been like, where are my vitamins? I got to have my vitamins. Like, that was like crazy to me.
But say
But like
there's
I
a
said, with
catch, right?
no catches,
Huh?
no
Really?
catches.
But you have to pay all this up every month. You have to sell a certain amount. You have to share and tell other people about it a certain amount. Thrive's too expensive.
Thrive, you can get for free just for
Mm.
sharing how much you love it. I know people that don't even take it.
I don't have a social media presence. I can't do this. You know, my purpose of social media way before Thrive was just to complain. Right?
Yeah, that's one thing I've heard a good bit. 2.5 hours online to just waste your time instead of literally use your time to feed back into you. That's another thing with my mindset, is that, if it isn't growing me in some form or fashion, then, and it applies in so many other areas, but it's a
Hmm.
beautiful being able to just share that. And, your story says a lot, but people, after they try it, that's just like, it's over. Once they try it, they want it and have to have it. Like, it's awesome.
So Shay and I both have a mission. So tell us where you're coming in from. Tell us how you got here, whether it was for me or whether you got here via Shay. And we want to make sure that you're thriving. We want to make sure that if you've never tried Thrive before, that you have that opportunity. And I'm sure that if you reach out to both of us, we both probably are running something just a little bit different and have something a little bit different up our sleeves. So it's important because we want to make sure everybody should thrive, but we also we're just mutual thrivers, and we're not tied to each other in any way except for we thrive. We both use the same products, and so we want to help you know the experience of this. This community is like none other because we always push each other to be better. We always encourage each other. And that day, that those times where you're really struggling, this is really a true community where I know that there are people that I can reach out to and say, man, Shay, I'm really struggling with, I can't get myself out and exercise today. Can you encourage me? And I know that Shay, if I asked Shay that she would be messaging me and checking in on me. And so if you need that little piece of encouragement, you're in the right place because thrivers really become family. And we just encourage each other. We are encouragers, and the simplicity of this is what's going to carry you through and go, oh wow, why did I stick around and listen for so long and not get off the fence? So now's your opportunity to get off the fence. I don't know if you're going to catch this now or on replay, but whenever you catch this, because this is going to be here forever, right? It's forever green. Let us know because we want you to feel as amazing as we do every day. Shay, what's one thing that you would give? What one piece of advice that you would give somebody that's still sitting there going, I don't know, Shay. I'm not sure if I can afford this.
You know, some of the people I've worked with, I've even mentioned, just putting aside what you'd eat and junk food and whatnot. But if anything, for one, you'd mentioned who brought me in here and a friend from high school. And like I said, I was really skeptical.
Mhm.
It actually sat on my coffee table for a bit, but you just don't know until you try it. Because it's one of those things, like when I heard other people share, I was like, it almost, and you have that problem with products that are put out by corporations, like it sounds too good to be true kind of stuff. And so because of everybody like raving about it, I was just like, well, they're trying to like sell a product. And then I got it. Like, because when you've got that energy and you can sleep and you keep your cup full enough to literally pour into other people's lives, that is too good to be true. Like, there aren't many things that I can think of that I can reach out, especially in purchase, that can change your life in that many ways. And so
Right.
I would just say, just you got to give it a try to know, because it is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely is, y'all. And moms, dads, grandmas, if you want to be able to stay out of that trick or treat basket, but bag, we got the secret. We got the secret sauce. So I know those bags of candy can hang around for a long time, well through the holidays. And if you want to be able to have that self discipline, that sometimes you just go, you know what, I just can't. I got to go steal my kids. I know where they hide their stash. Let me go get some. My favorite used to be Kit Kat, and I used to go grab that out of my kids' bag, and it was mine. And now you can't have that. I have to have it. So thank you for sharing. And guys, make it an amazing Wellness Wednesday. You are only one step away from improving your wellness and in being a part of this amazing community. And we invite you. So, this is our invitation to you to change, make that one choice, and change the trajectory that your wellness is going. No matter where you are, it will improve.
No
Promise.
matter.
No matter, even with the bird poop, right?
Resilience, no matter what life brings your way.
Just brush it off your shoulder, right? Thank you, Shay. And you guys make it an amazing weekend coming up. Catch you later.